It's not even a back and forth. It ain't a back and forth. The truth is out. There's no back and forth. It's completely one-sided now. Damn. That's all you're hearing. Damn. They were right. You have medical doctors and scientists apologizing left and right. I don't know if y'all know that, but it's really happening. Go to my Patreon. Make sure you subscribe to the Patreon ASAP. Don't say you don't have $10 a month. Don't do that. I'm just letting y'all know. Because at this point, with everything that I have to do, we have to contribute to things, especially when the person that's doing the work is actually doing the work. We got to support our people. That is a fact. But boy, shout out to the doctors who stood on a square. Shout out to the doctors who did not fold. Shout out to the people who did not fold, and to the people that did, because you were threatened, you were lied to, you believed the nonsense, for whatever reason that you genuinely believed that taking that poison was the right thing to do. I just have to say, we care about you. We do love you. We do. For those who are a victim of this nonsense, all the single mothers, the single fathers, the families, all of y'all, the elders. A lot of people forgot about the elders. A lot of people forgot about the elders. Sincerely. Who took this because they were so convinced that it was the only way to survive. The military. All of y'all. Really love y'all. We do. Now, for those of you who were attacking people because you believed it was the right thing to do, those of you who were attacking people and saying you don't have no damn degree, you ain't this. Those of you who were kicking people out the house because they wouldn't get shot. Those of you who were yelling at people saying you don't have no damn degree, you dumb, ignorant, all that. You boy, you glad I follow Farrakhan. That's all I got to say, goddammit. I swear to you. If I didn't, man, I don't give a damn. That's what I would. That's what I want to say. But I care too much. But boy, it's you. It's you uppity damn. I think I know because the white man said so kind of people. Damn, y'all. There's a stench to you. There's a particular stench to you. And even right now, when many of you found out the truth that's coming out, you don't even want to apologize because of how proud you are. How the hell do you boast in such arrogance when you're wrong? You will apologize. You will. The pressure of the truth is going to break your back. I guarantee that. I have been face to face with Negroes who have been yelling up and down all over the internet that take, and they didn't say that to me in person, not once, including all of you celebrities who talked about me. I have never forgotten. I have all the documents from the comedians who talked, to the actors and actresses who talked, to the scientists who talked, to the podcasters who talked and brought my name up. See, if you didn't bring my name up, I wouldn't have so much emphasis on it. I would just put you in the general line of people who were wrong. But since you brought my name up and tried to discredit me on multiple platforms, I am going to relentlessly obliterate you. The lies that you spread. Obliterate the lies that you spread. Because some of y'all on here take things literal and y'all get scared and nervous. Oh my God, Rizza 6'7". Oh my God, he's gonna take stuff literal like the Zionists. Listen. And by the way, for those of you who would like to invite me onto your podcast now, all of a sudden, go to RizzaIslam.com. Click the word booking. Schedule it so that we can have a dialogue now. I'm not going to be easy. I will be fair, but I'm not going to be easy because there are too many people who want to say some stuff to y'all that they can't say because they can't get to you. It's a lot of people who want to tell y'all, you lied, damn it. I looked up to you and you lied. If you're a football player, too many football players pushed it, interviewing Fauci, Breakfast Club, and all of those in between. It's a lot of people who want to say something to y'all, but they don't have access to you. So I'm going to speak on their behalf. Then I want you to bring the scientists who you brought on before so that we can have a dialogue. But y'all going to be doing some heavy apologizing. And then also I think you should make it right by contributing money to the organizations of our choosing to help the people who are now negatively affected because of the crap you was pushing. So anyway, go to my Patreon. Make sure y'all sign up for that because I'm going to drop things on there before I drop them anywhere else publicly. Make sure you subscribe to RizzaIslam.com. I still want Rizza to give D.L. Hughley the smoke. D.L. Hughley is too old. Let me say this to y'all since y'all want to bring up certain names. I'll just mention something to you. What you're feeling for me, and I know y'all know this, but I just want to say it. What you're feeling for me is not arrogance. What you're feeling for me is genuine irritation and anger and disappointment in some of our people who went along with this enemy's agenda. We have a mountain of evidence proving why we should not trust this system, yet you trusted this system. Not only did you trust the system, but you attacked your own people who are in the intelligentsia, who are in the area of scholarship, not just some on the corner, but your people who are in this lane, not a lane that you in, but in this lane, who study this, who fight this, who research this, who work in this area. You not only attacked us, but you called us all kinds of names. You tried to go into our past and try to criminalize and demonize and mislabel and do all these things to try to prove the point of you bending over for this white man, which you did. Like a modern day buck broken slave, a house Negro. Many of you did that, but you did not invite us on to have a dialogue. You did not bring us on to have a conversation. You used your platform to attack us, but you wouldn't bring us on to have a conversation because you're not strong enough. Because you knew you did not know what the hell you were talking about. And now some of you want to bring me on and expect me to be soft. I'm going to be respectful, of course, but you got to get checked. You don't deal with the families who are negatively affected by this stuff. Y'all don't deal with them. You just open your mouth and ha. Safe and effective. Safe and effective. I took this. You should take it too. Like a damn fool. A genuine fool. Many of you got paid. You're a prostitute. For the white man, I'm going to say that. Is not founded by black people. So don't ever try to come at me in any way and say, Rizza, you're arrogant or anything. No, this is genuine pain for the distrust, the disappointment that I have for some of our people who I understand you are part of the 85%, easily led in the wrong direction, hard to lead into the right direction. But I'm specifically talking about the 10% because the ones I'm talking about have money. You're not the broke among our people. You got some money. And you wanted more money, but you got it by selling out your people. In particularly, you don't deserve mercy at a certain point after you know it. All I'm saying is once you found out either the truth or you found out that there are those of your people among your people who knew the truth and we're just trying to give you some of that information. And once you heard some of that information, you didn't choose to have an open ear. You chose to attack. And at that point, now you are outside of the boundary of mercy. That's all I'm saying. I'm not talking about all our people. I'm talking about those who intentionally sold us out. You, in particularly, you don't deserve mercy. Not for me. You better go talk to Minister Farrakhan. Don't talk to me. I'm saying talk to him because the minister may give you that. But then again, even he said, as the Holy Bible says, or the Bible, as the Holy Quran says, the fearful and the unbelieving or disbelieving will have their part in a lake which burns with fire. You were afraid because this system told you to be. You didn't believe the truth that we gave you. So therefore, you have to pay your price. Don't call me and ask me, Rizza, can you go soft on me? It ain't happening. But I guarantee you, the moment I get on some of these platforms, which I will, because the people make sure to keep us in the light. The people continue to Y'all keep us out here because we give to you what you need. We deliver to you what you want. We deliver to you what you deserve. And that is why we continue to serve you. Y'all don't have a choice but to bring us onto these platforms. You don't have a choice. And I can't wait to smile in your face and say, nigga, you know you was wrong, right? Go ahead and apologize. I'm saying, look into the camera and apologize. Look right here and apologize. You know you was wrong, right? Say it. Say it. Say, I apologize. I apologize. Say it. Somebody brought up Roland Martin. Too many old individuals driven by arrogance, genuine arrogance. You're very arrogant. And I don't think some of y'all understand just how much mercy we have demonstrated. I hope y'all do know that there are people who I could have. Really? Really? Anyway, man. Go to my Patreon. Somebody said, whose neck are we on today? No, we're always on the enemy's neck. That's all. I never attack our own people. However, if you start to do things to fight against your own people to the benefit of this enemy, at that point, you are no longer among our people. Every celebrity that pushed it has to take responsibility. Then every one of our celebrities who attacked those of us, oh, them woke niggas, oh, them anti this, them anti that. All right. And I'll really recommend that they bring scientists with them, because it doesn't matter what scientists you bring, you have to confront the data that's coming out, and it's devastating. It's devastating. See, some people don't want to take responsibility at all. You have some people who will die in their pride. You have some people who will die in their pride. The Bible talks about that. The Quran talks about that. Science talks about that. Pride cometh before a great fall. The people with the most pride fall the hardest, and they are the most embarrassed. Really? It's on record. If you go and look at any of these interviews that I've done over the last 2.5 years, all the data that I bring up checks out. From my interview on Joe Budden's podcast, to my interview both times on No Jumper, to my interview on Big Facts, to my interview on 85 South, the data that I dropped in those interviews stands true today. And people are like, how did he? I'm not the only one who knew the truth. I'm just one of the only people within the black community who knew how to articulate the truth. I'm not the only one. Let's not get this twisted. See, I'm not like that. You got, some of our people like, I'm the one. No, Nick, no, stop. I'm not the only one. Okay? But it checks out. If you go look at any of these interviews, it's on record. Way back on the Corey Holcomb show, 5150. Absolutely. Way back then, with all the episodes on there when I brought anything like this up. It checks out. All of them do. When I was interviewed by Nick Cannon. When I was interviewed by Nick Cannon on Cannon's class. When I was interviewed by Noriega on Drink Champs. I dropped this information before Kanye West got on there and hinted at it. Some of y'all like, wait a minute, you've been on all these platforms? Yes. But that's the problem. We got the information out on big platforms, and it was like, shut this down. Shut him down. Him, get that out of here. Shut him down. Shh, shh. It was like, how did he get in here? How did he didn't have MD next to his name or PhD. How did he know that data? See, that was a sneak in. That was a sneaky little move, because I wasn't supposed to know this data. That just didn't have PhD next to his name. How did he know that? He didn't have MD next to. How the hell did he know that? I'm serious. Somebody said, I remember when I first met you at Cal State and you opened my eyes. I've been to a lot of Cal State, spoke at a lot of Cal States. The recent one was probably Cal State Long Beach. Probably Cal State Long Beach was the recent one. Traveled the whole country exposing this. And those of you who have been there in person, you know what I'm talking about. So no. Go to the Patreon. Go to the Patreon. Rizza been getting it in for 3 years, for the last 3 years. I just know him for 1.5 years. Are you open to doing the Breakfast Club? Let me say this. Yes, I am. To those of you bringing up the Tuskegee experiment, just know this. I presented at the University of Tuskegee in Alabama. Your brother's no lightweight brother. I presented there too. With Dr. Wesley Muhammad and Andrew Wakefield. Do you know who Andrew Wakefield is? If you know who Andrew Wakefield is, you understand why the FBI and the Department of Defense and the CIA was on your brother's bumper. Because the certain crowds that you're involved with tend to bring about a certain atmosphere. And they were like, hold up, if he is in the same room as him and they are in the same room as them, these people are all on the same page. Yeah, absolutely. Who do you think brought Robert F. Kennedy Jr. to the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan 8 years ago? Who do you think? Long before this virus, 5 years before this virus, your brother brought Robert Kennedy Jr. to Minister Farrakhan. And exposed it all. Pro-science. Not against the shot. I'm just for the science. And what people were injected with wasn't a shot. It was a biological weapon. A biochemical weapon. Actual fact. And again, let's make this very clear for those who don't understand. Brother Rizza Islam is a black man from Compton. So don't put me in no weird bag of people who you don't know, never seen, never met. I'm not involved in none of these damn weird organizations at all. I'm a black man from Compton whose family went through hell and went through virtually everything that I'm fighting against, from drugs to gang activity to being abused by the pharmaceutical industry, you name it. Your brother, my family's been through all this. That's why I do what I do. I have nothing else to do with any of the nonsense that you just hear about on the internet that you're just now stepping into. Get this straight. Some of us are from the bone. We're from the grassroots. We've been doing this in the street long before we got on here. Long before. Yes, for those who are asking about Andrew Wakefield, you do need to watch the film Vaxxed. VAXXED. From Cover Up to Catastrophe is the full name of that documentary, produced by Dale Bigtree. Another one of, I would say, the freedom fighters, a colleague of mine in this fight. I was interviewed on his platform as well, which is called The High Wire. And we have been on multiple stages together, exposed this, California State Capitol, Santa Monica, New Jersey. Trust and believe. They know who the real soldiers are. That's why they can't stand certain people. And then when black people start to get involved and we get the knowledge and then we're able to articulate it and we start gathering in large numbers, it becomes a much bigger problem. Like how we all pulled up in front of the CDC in March of 2021, if y'all remember that. Hopefully somebody on here was there. We had the most black people. I'm just tell you something. We had the most black folk pulled up in front of the CDC, second only to when Minister Farrakhan made the call to go in front of the CDC. That was the biggest, when Minister Farrakhan called for us to be there after the Holy Day of Atonement, the anniversary of the Million Man March. After that, when I pulled up there in March of 2021, it wasn't just black folk, it was young black people, and they were shook because now they're like, damn, see, marching is one thing, The older generation is one thing, but now it's in our generation. They're like, hold up, hold on, wait, whoa, hold up. First of all, how did these young black folks find out about this? And number two, why are they even involved in this? Shouldn't they be on a basketball court? Shouldn't y'all be arguing over something over there? No, this is really how they think. It's really how they think, just so you know. So when they saw us, they were like, who told them? And from that point, they was like, all right, we have to take this a little more serious, because now the younger generation is starting to get involved and we can't have that. So we didn't really march. We didn't do that. We called them out. We were right in front of it, exposing it piece by piece, data by data, stat by stat. And they were like, shut these. My Lord, they were scared as hell. They really were. The pull-up was real. Somebody said, who told? Oh, yeah, and the police, they had a lot of police out there, too. They had a lot of police out there in front of the CDC. That was hilarious to me. I was like, what are y'all so afraid of? And they do want our children. That's the main reason why we should get involved in this. So, before I hop off of here, again, I need you all to know where to find when I post things up. So as of right now, my Twitters are up. So go to Twitter and follow at Rizza Islam and follow at Islam Rizza. Right? Both of those pages. One is my original one that Twitter just gave back, and the other one is the one that I was building up while I didn't have my original. Follow both of those. Number 2, go to my Patreon so that you can not only support, but you can also have early access to everything that I put up, all the different videos, all the interviews, all of that. Go to Patreon. Pick whatever tier, $10 a month, $25 or $50. Number 3, go to my Rumble account and subscribe to my Rumble account. Number 4, follow this Instagram page and also follow my intellectual extremist page. Follow the pages that I follow. This page only follows 3 pages. Follow those pages. Also, somebody said the video is stopped. I doubt it. You might be a troll. Because there will be multiple people saying the same thing. Y'all got to stop with this nonsense. All right. Let me address one thing before I hop off here really quick. The last thing is only for those who want to get involved in doing the work. Now, this is my private group. My private group. This is my free thinkers group. My free thinkers group. This is only for those who want to get involved in the work. You want to go to joinfreethinkers.com. Joinfreethinkers.com, or go to the Free Thinkers page that I follow. Click the link there and it will take you to joinfreethinkers.com. That will get you into, and that's a monthly subscription as well. That's where we really get busy. All right. That's my private group. That's my real private group. So that's that. Joinfreethinkers.com. That's only if you're serious, though. It is something you have to pay for and that you're getting involved with. So if you don't want to get involved, if you just want the talking, then don't. Please, don't waste our time. That's all I got to tell you. Don't waste our time. Seriously. Only for those who are serious, go get involved in that. And the second to last thing, we are going to do something called the Currents of Currency. The Currents of Currency on the 19th. The Currents of Currency is going to be a free Zoom. So go to RizzaIslam.com and you will find that there, or the Free Thinkers page. Click that page and you will see the flyer there, and it will give you instructions on what to do. We're going to go into a lot dealing with the history of the currency and the circumstance right now, and also some solutions as to what to do. That event is going to be critical. It is virtual. There's a lot going on. You need to know about gold and silver. not just the digital stuff. If you're only focused on the digital stuff, you are going in the wrong direction. There are a lot of people pushing that digital stuff right now, and it has its purpose. There's a part of it that is definitely valid. However, you do want to get your tangible, physical things, gold and silver specifically. All right, because the currency is going down. America is broke. Not just broke, in debt. Like the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad said right here. Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad wrote this book. He said that the dollar is going to go down. And he said once the dollar goes down, the government is going to go down right behind the dollar. Let's make this very clear and understandable. And I think that was the last thing that I was going to mention. They brought up the wheels, so-called UFOs. I don't know if any of you have been seeing it. But the reality is the Nation of Islam has been talking about this. The Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad been talking about the so-called UFOs that we know to be the wheels. In the book of Ezekiel in the Bible, it talks about the wheels. The ancients talked about the wheels. In virtually every ancient civilization and tribe have been talking about that. It's not crazy. There are different times, different representations. But the fact of the matter is today, what people are seeing above their heads is not some craziness. It is high science and technology. Don't get it twisted. Let's not get spooky here. Let's not get spooky. You're talking about a high level of technology that the government cannot deal with. The book here that I put up is called The Fall of America by Elijah Muhammad, by the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad. The Fall of America. Everyone should get this book. There's a lot in here that he wrote about over 40 years ago, just so you know. You're talking about over 40 years ago, over 50 years ago. That is now coming true. For those of you who just started following me, you might want to get my book. Because in chapter 6, I go over a lot of what is happening today. Chapter 2, I go over a lot of what is happening. Chapter 7, mind control, that chapter. Depopulation, of course, chapter 6, and a lot more. Go to RizzaIslam.com, RizzaIslam.com, RizzaIslam.com. There's a lot happening. Okay, so I'm about to hop off of here. But I really wanted to get on and give y'all some good information when it comes to the wheels and UFOs and all that. You're about to see a lot more information come out about that. Because the fact of the matter is we've been talking about that, but people will call you crazy per usual. But it is a form of technology that this government cannot control and that they cannot stop. That's what that is. That's what that is. Just so you know, there is something bigger and more powerful than a nuclear weapon. There is something. And they know what that is, and they know that it's something that they cannot control. So that's why I wanted to go ahead and come on here, give y'all some good information, let you see my face. Wanted to see y'all. Hope you're doing good. Go to my Patreon ASAP so that you can have access to all of this information. And of course, if they decide to take me down again from any one of these platforms, follow me on my Twitters. Follow me on the Melanated People app. Follow me on, again, Patreon, Twitter, Melanated People. Follow my TikTok, Rizza Islam IX2. And I'm going to see y'all in a little bit. We're going to expose everybody. Oh, by the way, if you want to book me for an interview, RizzaIslam.com. Let everybody know. Peace. Assalamu alaikum.